March has been quite a busy month so far in the garden. I've made a good start on some of the tasks that need to be done for spring. I started the pond clean out. The way our pond is built, there's a ledge, and what we've got sitting on the ledges are pots. Well, they were pots. They've grown out of their pots now, but water lilies. They're amazing. They stay in the pond like the fish all winter. And further along here, I raked the lamb's ears so we can expose the new growth. I weeded this bed of Vinka vine. Okay, Vinka vine or periwinkle. I know you can still buy it. It's an evergreen. Major Vinka vine is an evergreen, but we've been battling it in our bed for since we've had the garden, over 20 years. So you can see, as you can see, it spreads like crazy, although it has pretty purple flowers, and some people like it as a ground cover. It's not really a good thing to have in your bed because of the way it can just spread and just strangle other things that you might have. So we continue battling it, and as always, I've got my helper. And then in these beds, in this bed here, I cleared out as much of the creeping Charlie as I could find. So creeping Charlie, also known as ground ivy, is an herbaceous evergreen in the mint family. It's actually not too bad of a plant to weed, although it's a really difficult plant to actually eradicate. So we've had creeping Charlie in this bed, for example, for more than 20 years. But you know, it's something you stay on top of, right? So let's get a start. And as I do it, you'll see why it's called creeping Charlie, and you'll see why it's also part of the ivy family, because of the way it grows. So if you look here, it comes out, it runs along the ground, as you can see. Oops. And comes out in nice clumps. So it's actually pretty satisfying. It's one of those things that you can enjoy as you do it, because it's not actually that difficult. But more importantly than that, it's something that when you're done, you can see the result, which is a nice clear patch of ground. You have to be careful, like most weeds, it can hide. You can see here, this lighter green colour leaves, they're geraniums, so it's kind of hidden itself and tangled itself in with the geraniums. So you have to be careful not to pull those guys out at the same time. Oh no, look, I've got a helper. Yep, it's easier with a helper. This is Franklin. You're helping, aren't you? Hey? Yeah. Yep, gardening is always easier with a helper. Our ducks made the first visit of the year to our pond. The robins are back, And the other thing I did that is really satisfying is I put all our garden furniture out. So it really is spring. I filled the fountain and switched it on and it didn't work. So I've got to replace the pump. So watch out for that video because that's quite a task. I have to take the whole thing apart and the cable runs under the ground. So that's going to be a fun time. Watch for that. I cleaned out the fairy garden pond and got the waterfall running again. The really messy job of bringing our fairy garden pond back to life. So the first thing is to empty it of the water that has been sitting there all winter. And so this is pretty messy. For such a small pond, it's amazing the amount of algae that grows in it. So what I'm going to do is get all the muck from the bottom that I can, the leaves and the algae, and then I'm going to use this bucket to empty it, and then fill it, and then bring it back to life. I've been looking forward to this, believe it or not. Well, what I'm looking forward to is it coming back to life. Really. You really know it's spring when you're able to do this kind of thing. So I'm going to have to rebuild the waterfall as well because some of the rocks have fallen down. But that's also fun. I enjoy trying to get a good flow. And I just found something. Look at this. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, look at that. He's been in there all winter. He's not real, don't worry. Okay, so next, start scooping the water out. And watering our trees. Some good nutrients in this dirty pond water. We have our fairy garden pond back with its waterfall and its wonderful sound. And as things grow up around it, it really blends well into the environment. Although obviously this grass is fake, but it's pretty good fake, I think. But isn't that wonderful? And I suppose I should put that guy back.